Good day, everyone. You are welcome to today's edition of Retirement Matters. Indeed, we thank God that we are making progress on this program, and we appreciate Him for the information so far that we have shared and for the responses that we have gotten. Indeed, we are grateful. Today, we have come again with another topic, and we believe that after our discussions today, you will learn one or two things about retirement. The topic that we are considering today will indeed help us to understand, more about retirement. I remain your host, Mr. Chus Udo Okonta, the publisher of Hispan Online and the managing director of Hispan Online Limited. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we want to look at a topic that is really dear to us, because when you mention retirement or pension, people will always have one thing to say, and that is why we looked at this topic and say, let's just bring it to the front burner, let's discuss it. We want to look at a topic that says retirement pains and gains. Retirement pains and gains. What are those pain points, when it comes to retirement, and what are the gains that have been, that have been achieved since, in modern times now, in current times, since effort have been made by the government and even the operators to make sure that these gains are stemmed. These are what we are going to discuss today. Before we go further, just as we do it, let's just bring to you the few news items that we have. The first news that we are sharing with you today has to do with the expectations by stakeholders in the pension industry. They are actually expressing high optimism that the review of the Pension Reform Act 2014 will really help strengthen the pension system, because most of the issues that are being raised, they believe that after the review and when a new act is signed into law, it will really help stem most of all the challenges that are being presently encountered. That is the first news item. The second news item that we have for you today is just almost on expectations too. The underwriters, the insurers, they are optimistic that as the pension sector grows, that they too will have more to harness, from the sector through their own product, which is annuity. And to prepare themselves, they are actually, working with the insurance industry regulator, the National Insurance Commission. They are trying to raise more actuaries, to help, reposition for these opportunities that are coming. These are just the news items that we have to share with you today. Going into the topic that we have, as I've said earlier, we want to look at the gains and the pains, when it comes to retirement. We want to start with the pains. What are the pains? Before now, people, whenever they hear about pension, about retirement, they will always be afraid. For those that are working, once they are approaching their date of retirement, most of them will just develop a fever because of the experiences that they have seen in the past of people who have worked and retired, and because of the pains that they go through. And these pains, these pains have not been finally been removed from the pension system, because that problem is still somehow within a system in the pension system, which is the defined benefit scheme. Because this problem, because it get to the peak, that was why another system was evolved. But let's look at the pains that are associated with this defined benefit scheme. one of the pains that retirees always suffer is inability for them to get their benefit. And what leads to this pain is because of the structure of the defined benefit scheme. Because the defined benefit scheme is just a budgetary system whereby the government will make budget for the year, and they will build in the amount that will be settled, that will be used to settle, those that will retire in that year. But oftentimes that budgets are not actually, achieve 100% due to the many needs that the government have to meet. And because of that, they may budget that this is the amount we are going to use to settle retirees for the year. But at the end of the year, they may not be able to meet that. And because of that, you see people that are retired, after they've retired, you see them queuing, fighting, going to pension offices to see how they can get their benefit. And this actually inflict pains on them. We have seen in the past how retirees even die, while waiting for their benefits. Some of them, while they are at pension office, they collapse, they rush them to the hospital because there is no fund, for them. This is one of the pains that they go through. Another thing that actually cause pain for retirees in the old system, which is the defined benefit scheme, is the issue of poor documentation and data. Because if you go to most of the pension offices, most of them, they still rely on books that are in their archive. Most of them have not been able to digitalize their system, and in a bid to get the needed information for these people, because the data is not available. See retirees running every day from their homes to this office to get their benefits sorted out, and in the course, many of them, because their age, most of them just collapse, and it leads to another thing. Poor documentation is another thing, and data, one of those things that actually cause pains for retirees. Another thing that cause pains for retirees is corruption. Because if you go to most of the pension offices, those in the defined benefit scheme, you will see that, the people in the office there will always tell the retirees, before I move your file, you have to drop something. And retirees, most of them, at that time, they may not even have money. And if you don't have anything to drop, it will lead to come today and come tomorrow, which normally cause pains for these retirees. There is still other things that normally cause pain for the retirees. Though that one extends to the new system now that we are running, which is the it's just like it overflow from the old scheme to the new scheme. The issue of accrued rights is still causing pains for those that are in the contributory pension scheme, not those from the private sector, but those in the public sector. And that is why you see that people having retired after 2 years, like in most states, they are still waiting for their benefit. They are not able to access their benefit because the issue of the accrual right has not been settled. And what is accrual right, for those that don't know? The accrual right, is just the money that those retirees has worked for before they now subscribe to the contributory pension scheme. The contributory pension scheme actually started with the law of 2004, but those people that have worked before 2004, they cannot just allow them the time that they are putting to go like that. They just have to calculate all the benefits before that 2014. And this has been a problem for most governments. And that is why when people retire today, even in the contributory pension scheme, the money that have been contributed is there in their RSA, retirement savings account. Even the interest that came through investments, will be there too, but this other leg, which is from the accrual right, actually delay them, and this cause great pains for retirees too, because those that are within the contributory pension scheme, I know in some states that even after they have retired 2 years, they are still waiting, for them to be called to come and collect their pension bond that will give them access, to monthly pension benefit. These are just the things that we can highlight today. I know it may be more than that, but these are the major pains, that people say, and that is why you see, because many people have not been able to distinguish between the old scheme and the new scheme. Whenever they hear about retirement, they hear about pension, they will always remember how people collapsed, while they were waiting for their benefit. They will always share a story of how their father died waiting for the benefit, how their mother, was not able to get the benefit. They said the file they was missing in the pension office. All these things actually inflict pains on retirees. Let's come to the gains. When this pain got to the peak, the government in its wisdom looked around, looked at how other countries, how they are been able to surmount that challenge, and that led to the contributory pension scheme, whereby the government now say, okay, the issue of pension, let's put it in the hand of the employer and the employee. Let the employer contribute and let the employee contribute, and that is the system that we are running. Though that issue that, as I mentioned earlier, the issue of accrual right actually overflow into the contributory pension scheme, but we are optimistic that very soon, as those people that have subscribed to the contributory pension scheme, as the system progresses with time, that issue of accrual right will be settled. I think even for the federal government, last time the federal government actually released funds to clear all the accrual rights, so that those that retire, from the federal government will not have to wait after their retirement before they now begin to access their benefit. But for most states, that issue of accrual right is still clogging the contributory pension scheme. But notwithstanding, there are a lot of gains that the a contributory pension scheme has brought in, and those gains are many. Like, let's just look at those gains. One of the gains is that now, if you retire under the contributory pension scheme, you don't need to queue before you get your benefits. Once you finish your documentation and you have settled everything, maybe you decide to buy a program withdrawal or annuity. The good thing about the contributory pension scheme is that before even those that are working earn their salary, you would have received your own pension benefit. They pay them before those that are working. Is a good gain. And you can even see those that are agitating today, there is no much agitation in the contributory pension scheme, because even in the defined benefit scheme, just as we said yesterday, we still saw pensioners protesting, because they said some of them even said they are going to sue PTAD. Some said the money that have been approved has not been disbursed to them. All those things are tied to the defined benefit scheme. But in the contributory pension scheme, such thing you don't find them. Once your money is with your pension fund administrator. Once you retire, you just go to your pension fund administrator and you sort out everything, and you begin to receive your monthly benefit. That is one of the gains. Another gain is the issue of the job loss benefit. Before now, if you are working, you don't have access to your fund. But now, in the contributory pension scheme, if you are working and maybe after some while you have issue with your employment, and maybe you are laid off or you resign, after 4 months, if you have not been able to secure a new job, you can approach your PFA and they will give you something to continue. It's a positive thing to celebrate. It's a gain, when it comes to retirement. This is a very good game, because many people, I know many people that lost their job, and that with that they were able to survive before they got another job. The issue of lump sum is another game. As you retire now, you have something to take home, while the other balance in your RSA will be factored into your monthly, to process your monthly benefit. Is another gain. And to make sure that these gains, that the employees, maximize this gain, the pension regulator, which is the National Pension Commission, is actually working assiduously to see that the employees do not suffer these gains. And what are they doing to ensure that, most especially those in the private sector, that they comply? They have many things. There's what they call the pension compliance certificate, which they issue to companies. And if you are a company, you want to bid, government contract, if you don't have this certificate, you will not have access to government jobs. And for you to get this certificate, you must subscribe to the contributory pension scheme. And it has actually helped many organizations, to subscribe, to register their employees, in the contributory pension scheme. That is one of the positive things that has happened. Is a great game. Another game that the contributory pension scheme has brought in through the effort of the National Pension Commission is the recovery agents that the regulator has put in place. Maybe you are working in an organization and your organization is not contributing and remitting. Just report that issue to the regulator. The regulator will take it up. They have to write the employer. After writing the employer, if the employer did not comply, they have lawyers that they have engaged, that will actually take up that issue. And as a last count, even many organizations have been sued because they are not paying their contributions. And this has actually made many organizations to be contributing, and it has reduced the pains that employees would have suffer in while they anticipate their retirement. These are just the gains and many other things that that are still being planned, because even the operators are still looking at how they can bring in health insurance for retirees. Is in the pipeline. And even another gain too, that we don't want to easily forget, is the gain of allowing contributors, employees, to actually help build their retirement. Because the regulator looked at it that it will not be okay for just the PFA alone to be working, and that led to them evolving different funds. They call them Fund 1, Fund 2, Fund 3, Fund 4. And this fund, they give employees the opportunity for them to choose where their money should be invested. This is another positive gain. I mean, it gives the employee the opportunity to think where we actually yield more returns for him or her. It's a positive gain, but in the defined benefit, it was not there. And many other, every day they are thinking on how to improve the lifestyle of the workers, so that they will be able to retire and retire well. This is just what we have for you today, and by the grace of God, we will still come on your way. We are really employing you. If you have questions, you have issues, you can write us. We will actually bring up your issue on this program. We will read it so that the public will know the issue you have. And I know that the regulators, they are actually following us on this program. They will just have to take up that issue and make sure that the issue is resolved. Even the operators too, they are following us on this program. They have to make sure that that issue is resolved. We want to employ you. Write to us. Make your comments. If any issue that you have, bring them to the fore, and we'll help you to project that issue and make sure that you get solution. Because this program was actually designed, to bring more solution and to create a comfortable retirement for every one of us. Once more, I want to say thank you for giving us your time. If you want to write us, you can reach us through our email, which is ispenonline@gmail.com. Then our numbers are 08054269557. Then the other number is 07033253527. You can see as well through this number, reach us via WhatsApp. This is what we have for you today. We want to encourage you, for those that have subscribed, share this video with those that are around you so that they too can learn. And for those that are yet to subscribe, subscribe to this channel. Not just only subscribe. You want to get feedback, get back to us. You have questions, throw your questions. When we come, we will read it and we see how we can actually attend to those questions and create solution for you. Remain blessed as we look up to coming your way again tomorrow. Thank you very much.